Hearty welcome, sir. We shall begin the day's proceedings with the national anthem and Tamil Thai Valedictory. The quieting national anthem by Tamil Thai Valedictory. I now request CMA Shankar P. Panikar, Chairman, South India Regional Council of the Institute of Constables of India, to welcome the gathering and introduce the Honorable Governor.
Side bumper. Photographer.
Most respected Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Honorable President of our Institute, other dignitaries on and off the dais. This is my privilege to welcome Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu to this function. This being the regional CMA convention happening after 2 years of COVID, lockdown. So this is very special to all of us. Before, let me not be in between the Honorable Governor's speech and the other good things. So I'll just read the brief profile which is given to me for delivery. Thiru Ravindra Narayan Ravi, born at Patna in Bihar, did his masters in physics in 1974. After a brief stint in journalism, joined in Indian Police Service in 1976 and was allotted to the Kerala cadre. He served in Kerala in various capacities, including districts for over a decade, and then in different parts of the country in various capacities. While serving the Central Bureau of Investigation, he led several anti-corruption crusades against organized criminal gangs, including the mining mafias in the country. While in the Intelligence Bureau, Ministry of Home Affairs, the Government of India, the premier intelligence agency of the country, he served largely in theatres of insurgencies and violence, including in the Jammu and Kashmir, the northeast and the Maoist infectious regions. He also specialized in dynamics of human migration in South Asia and worked extensively on the political sociology of border population. He has played a crucial role in conflict resolution in areas affected in ethnic insurgencies and brought several armed rebel groups into peace. He was the architect of India's international cooperation in counter-terrorism and intelligence sharing. After retirement from government service in 2012, he wrote regular columns in national dailies. He was appointed as the chairman of Joint Intelligence Committee in the Prime Minister's office, where, as the head of the intelligence community, he coordinated and guided the agencies to meet the national security needs of the country. He was appointed as the center's interlocutor for the Naga peace talks in August 2014. Within a short time, he could achieve a paradigm shift in the peace process by bringing the issue from abroad to the land and its people, and made it truly inclusive by making the genuine stakeholders integral to it. Soon, all the rebel armed groups signed agreements for a settlement of the 7-decade-old separatist insurgency within the Indian Union and the ambit of Constitution of India, which could usher peace in Nagaland and the rest of Northeast India. He was appointed as Deputy National Security Advisor in October 2018. He served as a governor of Nagaland from 1st of August 2019 till 16th September 2021. He has been appointed as the governor of Tamil Nadu by the Honorable President of India and assumed the office of 26th Governor of Tamil Nadu on 18th September 2021. Just briefly about the regional CMA convention. This is the first time we have brought out regional CMA convention. Before that we were talking about regional cost convention. I'm extremely delighted to welcome all of you on behalf of a Southern India Regional Council. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome. Now it's time to felicitate our Honorable Governor. May I now request our President, CMAP Raju Iyer, to felicitate our Governor, a shawl and a memento.
Side left.
The other dignitaries shall join the white
Photographer.
Can we have our hands put together?
Sir, photograph. Black shirt.
Mark of our love and respect for the Governor. Group photograph, please.
Provenance.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure. I now request CMA A.N. Brahman, former President, South Asian Federation of Accountants, to brief the gathering about the RCC 2022.
His Excellency, Governor of Tamil Nadu, Thiruvadar, Ravi அவர்களே, எங்களது இன்ஸ்டிடியூட் பிரசிடென்ட் CMA P. Raju Iyer, Chairman of the Southern India Regional Council, Mr. Panikar, Mr. Vijaykiran Agastya, and dear friends, உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் எங்களை இதயம் கனிந்த இனிவான மாலை வணக்கங்கள். That is a very good evening to all of you. The task given to me is to give a report card to the governor today about what we exactly discussed yesterday and today, and how it is going to create an impact on the profession, and what is the vision which we wanted to give ourselves based on the theme. As you are aware, Governor Sir, the theme of this conference has been the changing business landscape in the country and future-ready finance professionals. This is the theme given to us, and under this we had an excellent beginning yesterday with two important speakers. One, Padma Shri awardee from the Government of India, Mr. T.N. Manoharan, and CMA D. Sundaram was the former Vice President of Hindustan Lever. These two great gentlemen, sir, brought out really how the dream of the Prime Minister given to all of us, the $5 trillion economy, and the strategic goal that the country should reach fast the third largest economy in the whole world, next only to USA and China in a gallop speed. So when, for the benefit of Governor, we definitely would know this, when 4 years back, when this whole theme opened up of the $5 trillion economy target, eyebrows were raised. There were skeptics as to what is this being talked about. But sir, you'll be really happy to know, yesterday in the inaugural address, the tone of the speakers were how fast we are going to cross the $5 trillion and close the gap between China and India. That was the content with which these two speakers led us yesterday. So in the inaugural session, sir, these two great speakers gave a lot of mega parameters as to how the gap is being closed and how the Prime Minister's intent of connecting the country to the UN declared sustainable development goals and what are all the initiatives of the government of India like Atmanirbhar Bharat and how these things are going to propel us forward. These were very beautifully linked by these two speakers yesterday, paving way for us to subsequently discuss in 4 important technical sessions how do we align with these macro trends which are already in place. In this context, the stellar role of India and how it's shining today in the Committee of Nations with an outstanding economic performance which the whole world is really looking at, that was very clearly laid down for us. So following this macroeconomic level presentation, raising the enthusiasm level and our aspiration from our profession to align with that, 4 important technical themes befitting what has been given by the government to us were all discussed. The first one being the first important theme which followed this important session was how in the crucial healthcare sector and the pharma sector which propelled into the global significance during the pandemic phase, what is really happening in the whole world and how is it India has been now correctly placed following the success in the vaccinating the whole world. All those parameters were discussed by these two speakers who came from the healthcare and the pharma sector and laid the foundation that all the conditions are really set for the country to play a real global role. In this context, we were very clearly told that the cost and management accountants should now prepare themselves for a very clear strategic thinking as to how our vision should go beyond. Not only we should support the Atmanirbhar Bharat and Ayushman Bharat, but go beyond that and how to look at the global opportunities and be a health capital of the whole world, as well as look at opportunities of being a great pharma country in the whole world. All these opportunities were discussed and the CMA profession was well connected in this aspirational 2 great sectors which are going to propel us beyond the $5 trillion economy. Following this in the second technical session, sir, a very important thing close to the heart of the central government today, how the landscape in the agricultural sector is going to transform in terms of indoor farming and smart farming, and particularly you will be very fascinated to know, sir, many of the queries from the audience were more in agricultural sector rather than the manufacturing side for which CMA is normally known for. So how the technologies are going to impact the smart farming, the indoor farming, and how the fertilizer management process will be going on. These issues were discussed in very great detail, and the speakers in fact brought out how exactly the cost and management accounting profession can become a key enabler in these 2 important sectors, namely the agricultural sector in supporting a smart farming and indoor farming and very effectively managing the fertilizer subsidy processes in the country. These were very aptly discussed. Following these 2 technical sessions, the discussions were in great detail today because the MSME sector is constituting the backbone of the economy, the benefits which have been introduced to the MSME sector and how the Indian MSME sector can galvanize itself in encashing these benefits and support the propel forward was discussed in very great detail. And this was also followed by how efficiency can be improved in the MSME sector by looking at Kaizen initiatives, engineering initiatives. These were discussed in very great detail so that the MSME sector can definitely play a very major role in having a deep impact of the equitable growth across the nation. this was a key focus in a third important sector. And the fourth important sector, the last but not the least, the digitization of all the three sectors. The service sector is going to play a very major role, and it was equally emphasized now that what was taught, the manufacturing sector will take a backseat when compared to service sector. That also has now propelled forward with India going to become a manufacturing, already in the process of becoming a manufacturing hub of the whole world, with opportunities coming to us in the new geopolitical climate or in the whole world. In this context, manufacturing is also going to propel forward, and in this last technical session, how the digitization journey has now been set very strongly in the country, and in this new digitization wave which is happening, how the agricultural sector, how the manufacturing sector, they are all going to fundamentally change and impact the financial services provider, which is basically the finance professionals like us who are also the backbone of the economy. So in this way, a wonderful loop was closed in the form of 4 technical sessions, ending up with the finance sector to which we belong to, and all of them were very strongly correlated with the opening remarks of these 2 speakers, how the country is definitely marching towards this $5 trillion goal economy. This is what the sum and substance in brief, Honorable Governor, His Excellency, were discussed the last 2 days, today and yesterday, giving us complete confidence that we are on the right path. And given this sort of opportunities and the way the country has opened up for the last few years, the CMA profession to which we belong to will certainly rise and play the due role which is required in the current economic context. Thank you with this opportunity provided. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I now request CMA P. Raju, President, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, to give a special address.
Good evening, respected our Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Sri R. Ravi Ji, respected our Chairman for Southern India Region Council, CMA Shankar Panikar Ji, our Secretary Vijay Kiran Ji, and former President of SAPA, South Asian Federation of Accountants, A. N. Raman Ji, who has just briefed